The following feature is rated SM for spiritual maturity and is not intended for the immature who wishes to remain as such. The views expressed are not necessarily those of our sponsors, as they sometimes could care less about what the host is saying, but is more concerned about having their product on a popular show. Warning, small minds, listen at your own risk, as this content is extremely overwhelming and may do further damage to those minds closed off to objective reality. Approach with an open mind, as the heavy nature of the content will lick your chip.
Oh! In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time, time.
Yes, in the meantime, nation, yes man, big up the eye themself, yes, CurlyLoxx the voice box, me there again. One more episode of In the Meantime, yes, episode 18, yes, and we're there upon the topic again, same way, yes, of the emasculated male, yes, the email, part 4 of the topic, yeah man. And this section of the program is brought to you by Vicebox Studios, the voice of a nation. And Madvert Multimedia, if it's not Madvert, it's not an advert. And Rebel 13 Collections, it's at Rebel 13 Collections for the finest in custom design clothing and everything printing except fingerprinting, yeah man. Also brought to you by Ran's Music Productions. Ran's Music offers professional services in studio engineering, rhythm building and overall music productions. Contact them at ransmusic@gmail.com. Also brought to you by Next Level Fitness. It's at Next Level Fitness 13 for all your fitness and training needs. Yeah man, Dean Jones, King Bully, big up yourself. And also brought to you by Bounce About Kids Party Rentals. Customize an experience for your child that they will never forget. Contact them 1-876-404-1714. Also check out my brother 2 Loxx podcast. Yeah man, my 2 cents. Yeah man.
In the meantime.
Alright, there seemed to be a slight confusion with a few people as it relates to the release date of my upcoming book, Planet Hurt, and the release of the Rebellious Truth episode 0. A few people seem to think that that was the release date for the book, but the book actually comes out after the release date of the first episode of The Rebellious Truth, which comes out in a few weeks. I might have said something somewhere along the line where someone could have misconstrued and misunderstand the release date and get them confused. If so, because I say a lot of things, I don't remember everything I say. So if I say anything where you could have misunderstand, my humblest apologies. But Planet Earth is worth the wait. I promise you, because I don't hear nothing yet. In the meantime, I tell you it's a Rebellious Truth. I go take this thing to a whole different level. I tell you that. So pre-order the book now on www.planethurt. Yes, planethurt.com. Yes, Rasta, I tell you. And big up Zion again every time, Rasta, because remember me always telling you, if you never forget me, don't forget Zion.
In the meantime.
In the meantime and between time, what is coming is coming.
Alright, a long time we don't go to the phone line.
So true, and it's good to be here, my brother.
Alright.
Good.
Yeah man, of course, yeah man. Alright, so you know, alright. Line 1, yeah.
Hello, good night.
Yeah.
Is this In the Meantime radio show?
Yeah man.
Nice to finally get to speak to you.
Give thanks, yeah man, respect. Yeah.
I want to speak to you about issues regarding women and their rights.
Yeah.
I think you're teaching young men to hate women. I hate the idea of... Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. Alright, yeah. Have fun. Don't stop.
You see that? Them something.
What is them something? Where at?
Oh, you mean? And them something we have to put up with as woman.
What? No, what is them something? Be specific.
Oh no, fight against we. Oh no, don't want we have the same pay for the same job. Oh no, I keep we under no foot, but a woman time now.
You hear me, I say, my friend.
My name Shana, and me and you is no friend.
Alright, yeah, your name Shana, alright. You hear me, I say. If you observe and if you fear in your consciousness and you fear in yourself, you will observe, say, almost every system on the face of the planet in every country geared towards the upliftment and the protection of woman.
You serious right now?
Oh, you mean if you serious? What I say?
You can't serious.
Me I make you know right now.
Listen me.
Hold on.
Say them word woman don't have no power and we now go sit down and take it.
Me I make you know right now, say feminists and add every other is and all kind of social justice warrior. The whole of the 95% of who in these groups and organizations live a delusional reality.
You actually believe that?
What you mean? What you say?
You believe that?
Watch ya, man. Hey, watch ya. Pastor, hear me say, man. I don't want you come buy out this thing, because it not sell. And if it do a sell, you not get no discount.
I'm not buying out anything, my brother. I just don't see it your way, my brother.
Alright, watch ya, man. Sure. Shana.
Yes.
Alright, hear me say.
Wow.
You believe the world governance, alright, Western world governance then, is rigged against the female.
Yes.
Well, we are no man. Hold on, no man. You have to listen, you know.
Bad. Yeah, that me say straight. Because what you know, you have to admit, you sir, that is a man world. It's a man world, and you treat woman like garbage.
Where you get that something from? You hallucinate.
Listen me,
in other words,
sir.
you see things that is not there.
Yes,
You imagine it.
What you talking about?
Imagination, them thing they in it, no real.
Listen me, you sir. Them set them world for woman don't have no power, and we now go sit down and take
Alright,
it.
tell me something then. What you say about the Queen of England?
What about her?
Well, no, man. She nearly 100 years old and nobody no kill her. She one of the most powerful, influential forces in the world. And still she one of the most powerful forces in the world same way. I hope to know we know you about King Elizabeth. I we no vex. Him basically coming like a servant in the palace. I we no vex. Man no vex. Because for them yard, our yard. It's not just solely power make anybody reach nowhere. Man or woman. His capability and competence. Oprah woman, how far she reach? Where she work? How Beyonce no seem to encounter the same problem when the woman here say they might encounter.
You don't...
What?
Hold on. You don't think that they have a valid reason to fight for justice, my brother?
They
have a valid reason, I am sure, because they have their own experiences and which we cannot relate to. My brother, I don't think it's a very fair and it's not a fair way to look at things, my brother.
Hey, watch out, man.
I don't.
You see all of these isms where you see people like demonstrate and fight for rights and all kind of things. Let me tell you this, Bridget. Mm-hmm. All of these movements from Black Lives Matter, woman, this, that, the whole of them. The thing will undermine the potential of all these movements is the spiritual immaturity and its greatest impulse or urge, which is what again?
Let's pretend I don't know. You tell me.
The need to be important.
Oh, yeah.
While a handful of people in these movements are genuinely ignorant. A lot of them, a whole heap of them, just like a literal child, them driven by the need for those attention. Them just want attention at any cost. Them no respond to what is logical. Them just want somebody to pay them some attention.
I could care less, you sir. Me a defend equality for woman. And that's how it stop, and me now ask Christ.
Which is good, because Christ would have embarrassed him, wouldn't answer him phone if he knows that a fuckery I call him about.
We need equality and me don't talk.
That's where the problem come in now, because in my opinion, it's my personal opinion, equality is a flawed concept.
Rubbish. Nonsense.
Pastor, what you say, what you mean?
People deserve to have equality.
Yeah. But watch out now. All right,
it's not fair to say that.
One of my oldest teaching now. All right. Brethren, you have to remember, so this thing we name ethnocentricity or egocentricity on an individual level, that is what it is. Egocentricity is where we train to see the whole entire world in service to we. We automatically assume unconscious ownership over everyone and everything where...
You're witnessing.
Yeah, where we are look on. Yeah. So because we get to see the world and is witness to the world now, automatically, we feel within ourselves so we are the best person out of how much billion people. We are the good one in every situation. And we subconsciously approach everything that we are there, where everything should have service our interests. And this is an unconscious, I should say subconscious reality. We're not aware of it. So while we might have the greatest of intentions, consciously, in our subconscious, the real problem them there.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, the things that we truly believe. So while Shana might consciously believe that she believe in a equality and a that she want, every spiritually immature human being seek dominance over everybody else, whether they believe it or not.
How so?
Because, alright, the word equality itself, it suggests that somebody has strived to be just as valid.
Just as valid.
Then the question come down now then, to be,
what's that?
If in our subconscious we believe that everything is in service to us and we are the most important person out of how much billion people, then how you go strive to be just as valid as people who you don't see as valid in the first place?
Whatever. You know, fight, woman.
Dolly house, you know, play. Dolly house. You know, have idea of everything and turn idiot when it come on to the process. You live an illusion, you fight an imaginary war. It's not real. Every system of government, almost every system of government in the world cater for woman first.
Why you say that?
Because look on a thing like marriage in even America then. Marriage no benefit man none at all. It's a woman game completely. Because it don't matter what kind of acts of deception a woman carry out against a man in a marriage.
You believe that, my brother?
The man could have catch her a fucking father and him brother and him cousin them one time. And it caught on video 95% of the time. The woman are gonna come out on top and end up with the pitney them. Same fucking way. And a man, a man again, where I tell you the power of pum pum. And they make the system will benefit women so fucking much. It encourage most of the women them for married for a living. And there is nothing at all in the system to protect man and stop woman from doing that something here. It's rough and the wickedest thing, No matter what kind of dreams or goals they have, no matter where you try to accomplish, them find it so hard to encourage you. Them feel like a dead, them a go dead if them spend 5 minutes out of them life and try and encourage you to feel like you can conquer the world. But make those dreams turn in a reality and the millions start turn now and then we hear the words now. Let's say you and her have left now, she a stretch out her hand for half of your fortune in a rasta and she never leave a pin to help you get it. And it get even worse, make your dead left that and see. If she go tell your mother, say, boy, you know, they will never encourage you, you can come for the house. And the 4 cars they are parked at the side, you can have them because I wasn't so encouraging to him. You fuck, you fight for that. And you have to think about the 2 youth where you have from the previous blood clot marriage now. We are going to suffer because she no response to them a blood clot. After you gone, so you stay there. So Shana, you talk about it's a man world. So like how it's a man world, now a man make the fucking rule against himself.
Whatever.
No, a man make the rules in a hostage situation. So woman and pick me first.
Foolishness,
hold on, man. Since you, Shana, feel like you're so equal with a man then, since you're a man, why you not stay with the man them in a hostage situation? Stay with the man them and send out the children. Since you name man, in other words, since you're so manly.
Whatever.
All of a sudden you're done just conveniently feminine and soft and gentle like the woman you are. And say, oh husband, I'm going over there in the protection and safety of 1 million police and the SWAT team. Hope they don't kill you. Please survive for me. You don't have the advantage from all sides and still a cuss like some spoiled pitney.
In the meantime...
Them talk about systematic racism and classism and them thing there. But it's not them thing that are really the problem. Them they are really the symptoms.
How so?
What you mean? Watch a man. Are the systematic, again, the systematic spiritual immaturity. We build the laws. We govern this Western system here. And that are the biggest problem we face.
You think so?
And that create all of the slave them pan the plantation.
You believe that? You think so?
Yeah, man. I can't say enough that repetition is the way how you learn. Every fuckery you ever learn in your life, every good thing you ever learn in your life, learn through repetition. So me I go say again, the spiritual immaturity will destroy most of our life. It's not by accident, it's by design.
Be careful, my brother. You believe that?
Yes, brethren, watch a man. How much time me I go tell you say? Them create the opinions, them create your belief system, the things where you believe, the things where you understand, how you understand it. Them shape your worldview and control you through it.
Who does that?
Oh, you mean, or the media?
You believe that?
Yeah, man.
You believe that?
Yes,
brother,
bro,
be
yes.
careful. My brother.
Yes,
You believe
pastor.
that?
Them use the media to tell you what to think, when to think it, what to wear, when to wear it, what to listen and how to hear it.
You believe that?
Yeah, man, I believe that.
Good
you think
God.
the civil war between the sexes or the civil war between the genders is an accident, brethren? A years in the making.
You think so?
Yeah, man, if you observe them long time comedy and them show the way I watch from way about them time there. We portray a husband as somebody does a eat sandwich and a watch TV and him just big and fool and docile. Yes, the word of the day is docile. It's spelled D-O-C-I-L-E. It means ready to accept, control or instruction. Submissive, in other words, girl clown. And it portrays the woman as the smart, intelligent one. We own the husband in the same sense as how you own a dog.
Is that so?
Go back, go watch them. And the programming from them time that will know resulting at this. And all these immature, pseudo-intellectual, so-called feminists just want to hear them own voice and come up with a bag of fuckery all over the world. And now them have this thing when they have toxic masculinity now. Where they must say something wrong with the objective nature of a man.
They're doing that.
Oh, you mean they
Seriously?
see them bring it in the classroom and now when I teach little boys. Say something wrong with them nature.
Good God.
And being a man. Them a teach them say being a man is something them need for recover from. For suit what woman say consciously or think and believe consciously. Say them want. While them subconscious, unconscious, primal attraction is to a man that is dominant and decisive. And again, be willing, more than willing, to protect them from even themselves. But as we speak, those qualities are being edited out of men.
They're diluting men, you say?
Yeah, man, the man is now, men are now being socialized to be servants to females who get rewarded with pum-pum. Something where them should have naturally just get.
That's how.
Yeah, man, when it's a real man, pussy come at you from all angle. Pussy ain't up all in your pocket. And now we are worship this thing and we're supposed to be a natural part of the deal. But the thing turn around right now, most so-called man who me know right now just a live a life where them a walk on pins and needle and eggshell. Practically I do anything for no sleep on the couch.
Really?
Yeah, man, I have a virgin named Jimmy. I tell you, Jimmy life sad. It's Jimmy out of all of them. You can't call Jimmy none at all, you know, bro. And it's that like if woman don't know him friend, them, you know, Rasta. After hours, him, like, well, you know, you can't call me these hours. Him and that manners. I tell you, say, I know one time I know him I'm a dog. Because she turned him in a pet. Might as well him back at the gate. I tell you, it's a sad life. I tell you that.
Very sad indeed, my brother.
Yeah, man. I tell you, say, man, right now we are living in a culture where man give up. Majority of man give up and hand over the power to the woman. Them and say, take
You
it.
think so, my brother?
Yeah, man, because I tell you, say, right now, I have a couple married friends, you know, my brethren. And I tell you, man, the man, them did up, you know, brethren. And I tell you, when them man, them are so sharp, and them thing up, and I run road, and I tell you, man, them carry themselves a certain way, and right now, after the man, them married. Them get overly patient.
I don't get what you mean. I don't.
Yeah, oh, you mean them overweight husband body? I know them that. Me I say all one of them I know when me know him. Danny, me I tell you, say it's a shame. Me sorry for Danny, brethren.
What happened to Danny?
Oh, you mean? Me I tell you, say me no see Danny in like about 8 years. I'm go visit Danny after I'm married, brethren. Me I tell you.
What happened?
The man I walk slow come like him chafe up and I breathe hard like a goldfish. Hear him when him reach me now. Oh, when me ask him, I want to you, Danny. Hear him. Married life agree with me, you know. So me say, what? Married life not like abs. I know you this, brethren. I hear him now. She not like when nobody talk loud in the house. Under the current social order, them wife you turn them husband in them son in them picnic rasta.
So, how do we change this, my brother?
It's simple enough,
How
Pastor.
do we do that?
Yeah, very simple. At the day when man start realize, say the woman them when them like for blame and say woman live in a fantasy all kind of. We have to realize, say, man just as much as woman live in a fantasy, the same exact way. Is the idea of love and how we approach that subject. A fuck we up. So right now, me don't tell every youth, say don't get married. And that is current social order where the belief system of especially the female are work against everything when you progress and productivity. Get married to the self where you ignore and dash away. For please this woman here. In other words, when you say married to yourself, find back that self and focus exclusively on it and build that back. Build back that. And if you don't ignore and put yourself aside yet, if you're about to do it, don't do it, it's not worth it.
But why would you...
promise you that.
Why would you discourage marriage though, my brother? I don't get it.
Because one or both people in a 98% of marriage don't understand the mind and the psychological deficiencies where them at the mercy of. And my opinion is when humans are interact, them constantly write a story in every equation with them in them write a story about what part of the equation them is placed in. And marriage being something now where a man mainly do for the female. Marriage is a female thing. Marriage tell the woman, so the work is done. There is nowhere else to go. Or me should I say, a spiritually immature woman. Them feel say, marriage at the top. Yeah, man, in a sexual relationship, marriage are the ultimate thing where tell a certain kind of woman, say, I top. And when you reach at the top of anything at all, there is nowhere else left to go but down. And when she no feel say, yes, the game zero. I know that she get the ultimate out of this man and there is nowhere else left to go. No other conquest, no left in this, everything squeeze out. If she's not spiritually mature, which part you think she'll go?
Where is that?
On to the next conquest. Because an immature person can never get enough attention. Because my personal definition for maturity is knowing when you've had enough and the courage to be irrelevant. A majority of them can't do that. But Pastor, you man, me sense it,
Sense what?
tense. You're worried.
I am a little worried.
Yeah, man, me sense it. But watch out now, Bridget. You don't have to really worry, man. Watch out now.
I am, though.
Because if you and your wife is spiritually mature people,
Grown-ups.
If you, yeah, man, if you don't know, so you mature and you can see beyond this superficial reality, we move marriage away from being a thing where you place value upon the relationship itself, then you are going to suffer. And all I am saying is that under the current social order, somebody marriageable, if we can make up a word, somebody marriageable is not somebody where you find as something where you have to go make, and you have to strong to do that. And that is Kardashian paradigm where we are sweep through the world. Why me I tell you, Rasta, it's rough. So as a man, Bridget, let me tell you this. If you're not mature, grow up. And if you are mature, don't get married to somebody who is immature. I don't want to deal with nothing name process. You're fucked.
In the meantime.
And this media thing that them use and turn with imagination.
You're still saying, what you mean?
What you mean what I mean?
You're still saying that?
Watch your man. Them use this media and create all kind of thing where we afraid of, we just cripple with fear. Everything is the next thing we afraid of. Afraid of this, afraid of that, so afraid of our own shadow. And then them riding now, yes, knight in shining armor. And say, have no fear, ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na. I'll protect you from this big bad world. Don't look to yourself, which is really your savior, when you build that self there, Through spiritual maturity, they might tell you, if you leave that self and come to them to solve your problem. When in reality, at them are the problem, so they might tell you to call the problem, to solve the problem. Hey, when you call them, a more problem that because a problem you call. And it can't stop. And that is why the world in the shape where it in and
So do they accomplish these acts of deception?
Oh, you mean how them accomplish them things there,
I don't see.
And just like our mother, a literal mother, spoil a literal child by telling them say them special and them entitled and that they are princes and princesses. Without principles or processes, we earn them such a coveted title.
You think so?
Yes, man, them use the imagination to create enemies where there is none. For example, the war between man and woman. It is we belief system. Our imagination will keep us stuck in our descended or lower state of being rather than the elevated state of consciousness that humans were meant to live in. Yeah, man. A total illusion most of them women know with this feminist mindset are living. And it's not a disrespect to them entitled to their own opinion, but me I tell you no. Me I tell them, say them delusional. The things we want to believe no real and them don't necessary, just immature. It in the imagination, don't have any practical experience with 3/4 or over 3/4, I wanna say. A dolly also not play a fight imaginary enemies all day long. So
you're saying,
important.
You're saying most feminist problems don't exist?
No, brethren, them don't exist none at all. I know them imagination. Where any human being reach, not just woman, where any human being reach in them life is dependent on them willingness for sacrifice and steer the course in a particular direction. Of course, obstacles are gonna always fall in the way we're related to certain kind of prejudice from both sides of the fence. But at the nature of existence that a life itself. And so it works.
In the meantime.
Alright. Yes. The letter of the day coming to In the Meantime radio show at gmail.com. At this time is coming from Tashana Yuat. Tashana say, good night, CurlyLoxx, the voice box. I think I am one of the biggest fans of In the Meantime. But ironically, it wasn't always like that, to be honest. A friend of mine introduced me to the program. Episode 13 to be precise. I remember cursing and criticizing you, saying that you act like you think you are God and I am not interested in your program and that it was foolishness. I went to bed that night and I could not sleep. Your words kept haunting me. Finally, I had to admit to myself that I was just running from the truth, or objective truth, as you often put it. I remember crying my eyes out. The next morning, I called my friend who introduced me to the program and asked them to send me a link for episode 1 and up because I could not find it. Well, me have work to do. So she go on to say, I am now a full-blown, in the meantime, addict. And I think it's going to get even worse with the upcoming Rebellious Truth podcast. I love episode 0, by the way. From the first 2 to 3 minutes in, I was in tears. Condolences for the loss of your son, Zion. I cannot thank him enough for giving me the inspiration and courage to find my life through his father, who he inspired to inspire us. Hey, don't make me cry, not Ashana. What you do? Alright, shake it off, yeah, man. She go on to say, I would like a little bit more understanding on the subconscious. I think it's one of the subjects that I need a better grasp on because I don't fully understand how I could be unconscious of anything. Also, based on my past way of thinking, I think I have destroyed a lot of things and people that I did not intend to destroy. The relationship with my boyfriend have gone sour. I would like your advice on what to do to rekindle the fire that we once had. I have done some terrible things and I now fear that it may be too late. But I am willing to do whatever to make it work. Your biggest fan, Tashana. Alright, Tashana, watch you now. I'm going to deal with the concern about the subconscious first. Alright, if you listen to the episode them now, you're supposed to hear when me that speak about the conscious and the subconscious, where the conscious mind is the one that you are aware of, and then the subconscious is the part where, according to my own understanding, is like a secretary or a personal assistant will help you organize, will help the human being organize the plethora, yes, the amount of information we are come at them at once. The subconscious is the part of your consciousness where put on display or put the things in your life where you think about often enough. It don't distinguish between right and wrong where you think about often enough. It determines that you want. So if I be a fucker, you think I be a fucker, you get. Anything repeated often enough becomes second nature. It becomes a reflex approach to everything. Alright, I think me use that one already, but me use it again. If somebody mean all of them life, them mean, they no give away nothing at all, and that become them second nature. No becomes them default position. So that means, you know, in a life now, when later on them go on and decide, say, boy, my life change me, how kind, you know. And when people beg them things, the first thing them say, no, hold on, and then them give. Because what? No, for such a long while, and them default reaction to everything. So later on, when yes become the thing where them want to do, and now them have to go repeat yes long enough till it override no. And I give you things, alright, what's your example? Let me ask you something. Tashana, alright, if you are listening, you drop asleep on your back and you wake up on your belly. Who turn you over? In your sleep, you don't wake up and turn over. Alright, because I don't have much time. So, yeah, you can go study this brother I know named Sigmund Freud. Yeah, man. This is the man with kind the term subconscious. Yeah, man, him use the term subconscious in 1893 to describe associations and impulses, yeah, man, that are not accessible to consciousness. So, yeah, man, you can check out that. Even much of present day clinical psychological science based is based on this man findings, yeah, man. Alright, in relation, you know, to restarting the fire with your boyfriend, well, just start it. It might sound simple, but it really is that easy. May I tell you that?
But my brother, to be fair, people can't help who they fall in or out of love with. It's a natural occurrence, my brother. Once it's dead, I don't think it can be revived.
Hey, watch out, man. Pastor, you're right, my brethren. You have a temperature. Hey, no check if you have a temperature. Pastor, You know, they're right there, so when me explain that something already and you're dead, and I mean, don't know what you your mind will make up.
Whatever you
say. Idiot, boy, you're like broke under idiot.
Whatever you say, it's my mind.
All right,
it's mine.
Fair enough. Good. All right, Ashana, I'm going to repeat something I often repeat. What separates anybody at all from the things where them truly say them want is interest. If you're immature and all with a focus out a road and a desire this at every certain time or a desire that, then your feelings towards particular things and people are going to keep changing because now, let's say you're immature, you're always in a competitive mode. Yes, the competitive mode where most immature people, spiritually immature people, live in constantly. That's why them can't see themselves picking a side and stay upon it, aka growing up. Because of the story, the story of whatever is we consider interesting outer road make we desire these things, Because you know you're going to desire it and I go say, oh, I can't help who I love and who I fall in love with. And I can't say this enough. That a self-delusion because you don't know this person. All you have to go with is the story that your desire is based on. And the same way you do that now, your mind can revisit your husband and rewrite the story that recreate and redistribute interest in the area where your husband is concerned.
And you really believe that, my brother?
Yes, brethren, away I say. But sure, you can't say enough when you're interested in a something. The circuitry in your brain open up and help you facilitate suffering. You don't notice it, you don't see it because you have such an interest in this thing here or this person here, whether it's a job or a relationship, long-term marriage, whatever it is. Once you're interested, you can struggle, you can suffer because suffering and struggle have to come, But once you lose interest, you notice suffering. And again, this is why when people in a job where them do, because themselves choose it, for them own personal desire, them end up in a job or a marriage where them not in. Yeah, man, and sometimes some woman will say, wow, guys, this and he's so this and he's so that, and she just go because, wow, that girl can get that boy over me. So she end up miserable because she don't have no interest. So Tasha, you have to just know, all right, why you think make fuck happen, like a good fuck, what you think happen? It's because the cocky interested in the vagina and vice versa. That's why it stand up and ready for work. Life work the same way in every level of relationship. My advice in these relationships, don't become a dead cocky. You can only find meaning in the things that is based on your own personal desire and not based on a need to outdo some kind of competition. You're going to suffer.
In the meantime,
and in between time, what is coming is coming.
Alright, what's in the news now? Alright, reggae superstar Buju Banton seemed to have taken up his rod in preparation for a long and arduous journey across the desert with the Israelites. As recently he came out like Moses, confidently confronting what seemed to be the Pharaoh in the form of the Jamaican government, demanding that they, and I quote, free my people, end of quote. And this rant was over Instagram, of course, and this was related to the wearing of masks and as it relates to the COVID-19 disease or pandemic that is now out there. Buju Banton seemed to be a skeptic who believes, like many, that the disease does not exist and calls it a pandemic, as so many often refer to it. What's your take on this whole situation, my brother? To wear or not to wear the face mask is the question.
It's a funny situation because you have to look on it like this now. We are dealing with that thing when name reputation now. You understand? Because the government on both sides have a reputation for decades for put foreign interests over the country's interests because them get some money and put it in a bank and it a grow interest. In other words, them sell we out the whole of the time. So this create a kind of mistrust between the leadership and the people. And rightly so, I understand that, because me's a skeptic myself. When it comes to certain things, me put 2 and 2 together. And 2 and 2 is not always 4, sometimes a 22. Because sometimes I look out for a certain thing be a particular way and then it manifests in a different way. Me understand the reputation of the leaders and that A lot of the people in both parties cannot be trusted. But you have a story named The Boy Who Cried Wolf. If you know them know that story there right now, you know the story goes where a little shepherd boy used to watch him sheep and them thing there and him take pride in a ball, say wolf a come for the people, them run in for try to help him and then him laugh after them. So one day him finally cry wolf wolf and the joke run out and nobody no go cause them I say watch him, I want to him and I lie him a tell. And sadly on that day that the wolf really come. So by down in a night part now, when them finally reach this little youth, I know them see him sit down and shake like them rape him. No sheep at all no left. Wolf name everything. The moral of the story is the leadership on both sides in this country is that little boy where always a cry wolf and I tell a bag of lie.
Crying wolf?
Yeah man, them a cry wolf.
I
should have said pandemic. Yeah, that's all I said. Them a cry COVID. This can be the time now the wolf a come for true. And there's a 95% chance you lie them are telling a Rasta. I believe that was a skeptic when it comes to certain things. Because like many of the eye them, we look deeper in a certain things than just the surface. Me have questions too, because the police still are drape up people there. We know yes, a COVID that kill them by the dozens. But despite with skepticism, don't fuck with a 5% chance they were left, say it can be true. Me now you are no doctor, you understand? So what you do in a situation like this where there is so much uncertainty? Just put on the mask and avoid the two scenario. And someone look better in a mask, no forehead look better on the face. And COVID make me know that. So just put on the little mask and go buy the something in the supermarket and go on in your yard, go take it off. You're not sleeping night, virgin. You're not going to dead. Just do what you have to do. Because me, remember, say, as I say again, bro, me have the same kind of question, them, There is whole heap of unanswered question. Because what? Them say it's a thing where you have to stay sanitized to avoid it. So the question for real is this question, yeah. Oh, we see the homeless, them on the road all about, and none of them no overcrowd the hospital and dead off.
That's so true.
Yeah, because remember, the homeless don't have access to proper sanitary facilities. And some of them arms, they no washing a minute now. Them balls, they no lift up in years. Rag no know behind this. So.
That's true, man.
Yeah, man, because whether them and they can't wash or them don't wash, the fact remain. Them not wash and them they are road rasta. Boy, Babylon. I tell you what is Babylon. Because, look here again. Alright, look here again, Virgin, now. Look out of Bellevue, you know, Rasta. The whole of the patient, they both have Bellevue now and dead off Rasta. Because, you get mad people to cooperate with social distance. That don't make them say, boy, we don't know, boy, we are trying to do. And it don't look like say me I gonna know stuff, I don't know. So you are. While me understand that there's a whole heap of logical argument or logical information out there in regards to COVID-19, me also know if you're fact. Say logical don't always mean true. It just means that something can be true under the right circumstances. But the problem is we're not sure if this is the circumstance where true or false under. So with that said, my outlook on this thing is, I want the them look on it like this, where you ever see a case where this pretty girl, just everybody starts say she have AIDS and start have her off and thing, and then now later we find out say the girl we start the rumor about that girl they know is a bad mind girl with jealous through the girl look good. And even though this new reality I see more true than lie now, tell me something, you really I go fuck that pretty girl without a condom after that. Don't be like elephant man, baby mother them man. Protect yourself from the possibility, the slightest possibility of fuckery. I mean, not say elephant have AIDS, but no could that true.
In the meantime.
Alright, in the meantime, nation, watch ya know, alright. This song I want me about to play, yeah man. It a come from a youth named Unsound Mind. Yes. The song entitled Funny How. It is a junior bloodline music group production. Yes, you know, big up on yourself. This song is one of them songs that is a perfect expression of objective reality. Yeah, man, and yeah. One of them anthem kind of song that this. Yeah, man, the soundtrack of many people's life. Yeah, man. Alright, me will show you something, You don't have to argue with no human on the planet. Everyone know which part them play in every conflict. You don't have to convince somebody say, oh, you do this to me and you do this and you're wrong in another way, yeah. Them know every fucked up thing what them do, and if you do the fuckery, you know too, You can't unfollow that. So you have to lose the urge to argue and win a conversation where you don't own. Objective reality is not your reality, Rasta. You got dead left it. Objective truth is not my truth or your truth. I just truth. That song your body, no? No talk it you.
Yeah, man, if you know, so this is Lila IK right now. You're listening to In the Meantime with CurlyLoxx, the voice box. Check it.
In the meantime and in between time, what is coming?
Looking at them eyes, I'ma see what me see.
Yeah, man, if you know, so this is Lila IK right now. You're listening to In the Meantime with CurlyLoxx, the voice box. Check it.
In the meantime.
Funny how available on all reputable online platforms. Yes, which part we there now?
Well, I guess we're still on the topic of the emasculated male. And, tell me, my brother, earlier, you said that there's a deliberate effort on the part of the system to remodel males, so to speak, by editing their masculine qualities. Could you expound some more on what you meant for those who might have missed what you said, my brother?
Yeah, man, because what I know, no, man, as what I say in my bridging, our belief system do everything in our bridging. What we believe manifests in our actions, and the system deliberately. I use how we view this love thing here and the ideas what we have of love and relationship for recreate man in the image of woman for suit what woman consciously say. The operative word here so is said them one. But that are just an idea, conscious idea, but them primal nature override and contradict these so-called desires because them objective nature is not attracted to an effeminate man. The thing with these women, most of these women are consider, so them hate about man, the masculinity where them think them consciously hate about man. I recreate a man with him no like, and them don't know because it's subconscious.
In the comment of the day, my brother, Sadika Ramsey says that she applauds your work and she hears on a regular basis where you say that when you're good to people, people are awful to you, my brother. And she says she would like for you to expound on why this is.
All right, Sadika, watch out now. Me I go say again. Everything tell a story. In every relationship, there's a story constantly being written about which position you play. Yeah, man, me can't say that enough. So, you have a thing named familiarity now. When this come into play, things can get terrible. Where the story often is that you are the giver and them are the receiver. So no matter what good you do for them, especially when them spiritually immature, it's like you don't do nothing but your duty. You understand? Because you owe them. This is the way you owe them see you. And this is why you know. You see some people take up, some people when they know nothing and them don't understand certain things. And a man will take up some, whether it's a woman, whether it's a friend. Or you take them up and train them, show them certain things, make them understand certain things. And you are the first casualty of everything where you teach them. And you first them use it, pan.
Is that so?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Them catch them practice after you. Them just have it say you are going to dead, man. And tomorrow, you go. Yeah, me used to you. A people out the road, them have the reverence and respect for because them not have that person their attention or validation yet. Them not get that person they feel like them yet. So out the road, things and people where them not familiar with, them have respect for. I same thing when you're married or in a long-term relationship with a spiritually immature person. It's rough.
So, my brother.
Yeah.
What is your advice for young men coming up and for men in general who are going through marital or long-term relational malfunctions and are feeling somewhat despondent over the present social crisis that relationships are undergoing at this time, my brother?
Well, in our time, you know, right now, the woman them believe, them conscious beliefs are create men whose idea of love and how to love turn them into some pathetic worm. And the woman them left them as bad as this thing is sound in a rasta. The woman herself don't understand herself. She don't know where she a go through in terms of the two consciousness where she a deal with, you know. She a try to suit with the social order require from her. But again, her primal nature contradict and override that. As much as she make you into a pathetic worm, she's not primarily attracted to worm. She not wired to be attracted to a pathetic worm. We say yeah to everything, it not go work. Because again, a woman want a decisive man to save her from herself. Because she knows that she don't even know what she want. There's an old saying we say, a woman test in life is material and a man test in life is a woman. Them always a put man to the test. No matter what them say and believe consciously, them want a leader, strong and decisive leader. You know for be a yes man. Never change your mind just to please a woman. If a woman suggests something for you change your perspective as a man, you better try make sure say the new decision where you make is based on your own perspective. But don't go against your deepest intuition or instinct in order to please no woman at all. Cause something like that I go weaken both of you know. When I go start hate one another because this inauthentic thing you know, this spiritual, this elephant in the room now, this inauthentic thing I go burden the relationship. And your purpose must always come before whatever relationship you're in. Whether work or marital relationship, may I tell you that. Your highest purpose in a life can't just be reduced to a particular relationship. If you put your relationship before your purpose, you're going to suffer.
That's true.
Yeah, man, it's going to weaken you as a man. You have to get beyond your fears of discomfort and who are going to vex if them feel away. And this are going to go. Let me tell you something, brethren. Again, like me always say, brethren. Most people don't have a particular opinion, so don't make it stop you. When you know, say what you know is right, objectively right. And if you don't know your purpose, discover it now because the worst creation is somebody will just wake up and don't know why them just alive. Because without a purpose and a conscious purpose and a direction, a particular
direction.
Yeah, just aimless and a drift to anywhere that the wind carry them. And the dark, deep, treacherous sea of life. Just adapt to everything rather than creating anything. Without knowing them life purpose, a man live a weakened, impotent existence.
Weak and fragile.
Yeah, man, because watch you know, if you sacrifice your very purpose for your woman, you know, and say you're going to stay home with the pitney them, you know, and give up on your goals, your dreams, your hopes, and go work at Walmart, she can't respect you, even if she tell you if you do it. I think Aristotle or Plato are one of them, man. They don't quote me upon that. But one of them great philosophers, they said, never force the feminine to make decisions because this put the woman in a position to broaden her own masculine energy. And that's a trouble when a man sit down and kick back and just leave all the decision them to a woman, you know. While you as a man might feel, say, where you are do by doing that is include her. Make sure you have her own opinion and yeah, say you include her in a, yeah, make sure you know, say her opinion is important. It come across to the woman a lot of times as him a run left film duty if he provide him woman with film gift now of masculine clarity and a thing named decisiveness. She gonna become distrustful of this manless man. She not gonna submit to him. She not gonna trust him. She not gonna have no kind of confidence in him because him do have that masculine, can provide her with that masculine security there. So instead, she gonna become her own man. And at that time, she not gonna can explain to you why she see you as weak. Because often she herself don't know why. And then now you gonna say, the girl a bitch, the girl a idiot, she don't rate me, oh. Pay ball in your ball now. And she'll see you as weaker and weaker and weaker the more you ball. And rightly so. Because quite often the man themselves don't understand them own mind and them own nature either. Just bally, she don't love me. No, she not dealing with me good. Punk, is a fucking idiot. I know we get good girl and make them.
My brother, to be fair in all honesty.
I no fear. No, nothing to do with fear.
Hold
Objective
on,
reality.
my brother.
A reality.
Hold on, my brother.
What you say?
You can't say that the men are punks for being nice to the women, my brother. It's not a fair statement. Because I'm no punk. I mean, gentlemen are no punks for being nice to the women, my brother. And then, hold on, just 1 second. How can a man be nice to his woman and then she would in turn mash him up, my brother, or lick his chip, as we say in Jamaica these days? You have to break down the science of such stupidity. I cannot handle it in the form that you're bringing it. I can't. I won't.
Brethren, hear me I say, man.
I won't.
Alright, I'm gonna break it down then. Alright.
I won't.
Every human being, picture them as two people in a one body.
Two people.
Consider these two people as the conscious person and the subconscious person.
Conscious and subconscious.
No. The conscious one are the one we have all of the greatest of intentions. Yeah, man. Everything always nice and this me want a particular way. The subconscious self now on the other hand is a different case. The one they now do what it considers as the right thing for your life. It no business with fear and right or wrong. So we are talking about woman now in relation to the conscious and subconscious. So despite the fairy tale now where the woman says she want the nice guy to open the door and pull out the chair, our primal subconscious nature is always in survival mode. So when she with this nice guy, you know, where she thinks she really want because of her socialization, because of what she's socialized for believe. So when this man is now so soft and weak, that's this woman she just run. She just run him head and get him to lift all him ambitions and him aspirations in life. Left all him two pick and suffer in a previous relationship and not even mind them because she says so. Our subconscious now interpret those actions and deem are unsafe.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
It a say, boy, if she or any woman can tell this man if left him own self-development or even him own a pitney them, our subconscious system no firm. Because what go happen when the house are burned down? What go happen when the ship are sink? What go happen when the enemies invade?
Not safe at all.
She not safe.
Not safe.
Yeah, she not. Yeah, exactly. And because we only calculate from conscious reality, we just have it say this person are deceived, we are not taken for idiot. Most women don't know consciously why them are behave.
They don't? They don't?
Yeah, man, me I tell you. Because them conscious reality and them subconscious reality are clash. The subconscious are just a next thing in the long list of things where we conscious beliefs, we belief system make we use wrongfully. So it is meant for protect we.
So how about the man who gives her every damn thing and she still gives him bun, my brother? How about that? He gives her money and material and everything. And bun is still coming into play. I don't get it.
Understand something, my brethren? The subconscious no recognize when nobody are doing and who are spend this, it no recognize money and material and everything there though. It project the whole entire scenario where this woman here, where it try to protect, is involved in. It read character and it see if this character will sustain safety. So it no matter what a man I do right now, if it see her as weak, it instruct her to leave. Because it predicts that this person here might end up mash up in the future because it don't see say you have a kind of character where can sustain protection and safety.
So at the end of the day, the women appear to not know what they want, my brother.
How you give somebody something we don't know what them want? It's impossible. A man for years that try to do the impossible.
Trying to find a cup of fresh water in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, man, the woman them want a man, but we are give them boy. Because of what we believe say love and relationship is and should be. Them want a man. Most of them might can't explain what a man is, but them know what one is when them see him. And it's surely not the pussy there we are beg them to love them.
Oh boy.
Come out of the fairy tale as a man. Come out of the little love. We don't listen to her and compromise it. Interesting.
You should be nice
sometimes, hold on, Pastor man, hold on. Sometimes a woman make demands so them know say them no want, you know. Them know say them no want. But them a test for see if him foolish enough to do it. Them know a foolishness them a ask for, but them a see if him a go do it. Them a test for see if you have the capacity to do what is right and not just what them a ask for. So when you run, go say yes to that now and rage, you're just disappointed and angry, you not even know why. Because you're weak. And you're not going to have no idea why she's so angry. And you're going to say she can't please, boy, the woman them can't please in a rasta. A woman don't trust you because you always do what she say no. But when you find the courage to override some things where she require and bring guidance and consciousness and true success in her life despite what she consciously require, but the way the system socializes with say love, it make you weak and dependent on the woman. So them often feel smothered because you know you're needy and clingy because them know your number one priority. Them feel say you're not going to do it take. No more growth and no more success now come to life because I so it stop. And them no want that no matter where them say. They no want to be the greatest thing but at the top of your life. So you have to fully dedicated to your purpose in order to truly have the confidence to love she or anybody else. Hey, watch her. If most man did have the interest in them own upliftment where them having a pussy, let me tell you something, brethren.
I don't see it that way, I don't.
Oh, I say, watch her, pastor, watch her, hear me I say.
I won't.
Most man will do anything for fuck a girl.
I don't think so.
Oh, you mean? A man will fuck a girl in a dog house.
Not me.
Right now.
Not me.
And not just any regular dog. Pit bull. 9 pit bull. We don't know him.
They would do that? My brother.
Oh, you mean a man who fuck a woman in front of her husband who is a soldier, not just any soldier, not a corporal, but a general, who have him gun in him hand, where him no left. If most man did have that interest in him own self-development where him having a pussy, me I tell you, them would have alright.
So you're saying that, in a sense, that the men are creating the women that they don't want and they don't know, and the women are doing the same with men.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
Me I go say again, Virgin. Most of them have an idea what them want, but them cannot explain it. And what them want is a man who even go against them for them own good.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Good God, what a world.
A woman want feel say you're strong and confident enough to left her if it come to the test for your highest purpose. If a woman go submit or relax in her feminine, she can trust you to steer the vehicle of the relationship in the right direction.
In the meantime.
When you hear me I tell you these things, and I talk these things, and I go on this kind of advice, it's not me a pontificate, you can't look up that. It's not me I say, oh, I'm on a pedestal and I'm great and I'm so wise. No, man, a whole heap of fuckery me do and learn the hard way. This is me saying I was wrong, but you can get it right. You were 18, you were 20, have your whole life ahead of you. I tell you throughout the course of my life I make so much mistake, but you now have to do it. So my advice is, from here on out, practice now for either create or recreate somebody in yourself where you and others can respect. Because Niccolo Machiavelli once said, it is better to be feared than loved. Create somebody where people have to use, where people are going to admire because of the strength where them know say take for be that person there. When you know where you go, everybody will come. That ball about, look what I do for the girl, and so she hurt me, I'm balling. Woman no business if a them mash you up. Them now respect a mash up man with those sit down on a ball. That go against them nature. Stop seek for create a man with them love and create a man with them have a respect. Why you think you see some man come boy come build themselves the right and proper way? These rich billionaires have the hottest set of girl them in the world. Would I give them all 5 pussy one time if them did have it? Free and don't want a sweetie. Respect. Why you think some superstar can call up on anybody and want a particular favor in a less than 3? Done. Respect. Why you think Bob Marley no there over how much decade? And anyone I'm son them just appear in a room. Now if you talk, pussy just a drop off a tree. One rake up like when a autumn.
Why is that though?
Oh, you mean?
I want to know.
Because Bob Marley respect don't chat to every girl already from before anyone I knew them born. Them now if he said nothing. Just the respect of them father name plus the respect with them build individually. On top of that for themselves. And now them is a royal family of respect. We just own Jamaica. And this are the same for every level of relationship, friend or otherwise. You ask them to do anything when them respect you. And that's why most rich people don't spend money.
Why is that?
Respect. I'm sure you how respect work, Popcorn and all a man go to fight for them in a 3 grade, And Popcorn turn superstar and bring himself on a whole nother level. And the man, the way man him fight for in a 3 grade, when the man they see anybody at all, him find a way to bring it up. Hey, Popcorn, I cut her right as him cut me, Yeah, man, me and him fight already, man. The man want the world to know say him associated with Popcorn, even if I fight them fight. Respect. If you don't know where you go, nobody now come. So if you want girl follow you and you don't know where you go. Why you think the ghetto so volatile? Because most people will live there, them don't know where them go, them just wake. And I hope say everything work out day by day. Them don't have a plan. And again, that are the worst existence, that are the worst misery for living in. And when you live that way, you have a bad mind,
You think so?
I tell you that, yeah, man, you have a bad mind.
In the meantime.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the final word is create somebody within yourself where people can respect and keep it up. That is your duty and your obligation to your very existence. I will if a man betray them masculinity because when them weak to pussy, can't go to bed without pussy. Any day you learn to go to bed without pussy, me guarantee you say pussy weak can fuck you. Right through the night. You know what, I'm be a man and I go be a little bitch and then I talk about and she turned me in a rumhead and she make me drink rum.
But wouldn't it be her who make him drink the rum?
No! She inspired the rumhead, but I him create the rumhead. I know every inspiration you have to follow.
That's true.
Well, but woman, this a woman, that. Yeah, the problem. Fix it.
It's official. I think I lost my relationship after this episode.
Oh! In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time, boom 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 time.